left Barry now and I'm just heading towards Penarth, and these people have given me a bit of good advice, and this is Philip.
Hello.
And this is Betty.
Hello.
And so I see you've got your walking sticks with you and everything today. So how far are you going, Betty? Have you got a plan?
Well, we usually do about 8 to 10 miles.
Yes.
So we're not sure really which direction we're going, but somewhere on the coast path. So
you couldn't have picked a nicer day for it, could you?
It's beautiful.
There's some warmth coming through in the sun as well, you know. So it'll be a nice day, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure it will.
And what kind of walks have you done in the past then, Philip? I assume you're quite experienced walkers.
Well, we've done a lot of the coastline of Wales and parts of England, and we've been up a few mountains as well.
Yes.
Up the Brecon Beacons.
Ah, wonderful.
So we just keep at it, really.
Yes. And you say you actually live on the coastal path as well?
Yes,
then, so
yeah, 5 minutes walk and we're on the path.
Do you see many walkers out of interest? I mean, you've probably got a slight interest, but do you see people?
Some days, sometimes you see groups of people, and
yes.
Sometimes you just see the odd person.
Yes, yes.
So,
because there's a lot of ramblers associations around here. I've met quite a few actually from. I bumped into some yesterday from Caerphilly, and I saw some the other day from Bridgend. Do you get involved in that then, or do you just do your own thing?
No, we do our own thing. Yeah. We have been with some ramblers before, but we prefer to do it ourselves, really.
Yes. You've got your own pace and stop when you like and all that.
That's right, yeah, definitely,
I hear they have a few arguments, some of these ramblers, about where we're going to stop and where we...
Or which way you're going to go. Well, this used to be the way, or that was the way, and it's all grown over.
It's like the old people who got on this bus, and it was a mystery tour, and it was a different driver than usual, and this guy went up and said to the driver, he says, you don't go this way, you know, you want to be left here, you don't go this way.
No, that's right,
a mystery tour, and he was telling him where to go. Anyway, it's been a real pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, very nice,
enjoy your day. And,
thank you very much.
Okay, pleasure to meet you.
And good luck to you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Bye
bye now. Bye-bye.
You'll enjoy the next part anyway.
I'm looking forward to seeing Cardiff, because everybody tells me how nice it is, and Penarth. Yes.
Cardiff Bay is lovely.
Yes. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
Good morning. It's 11:30 a.m. on Saturday the 20th of October, and I'm at a place called Sully, which is slightly to the west of Penarth. If I look to my left, which is to the east, you can see Sully Point, which is like an island. It looks like an island from here, but it's not actually an island. And maybe another 2 or 3 miles from here, I'll turn the corner and be walking north through Penarth and in towards Cardiff. I got the train this morning from Ross into Barry as usual, and I was absolutely gutted when I got to the village just before the railway station to find that the cafe was closed on a Saturday. It seems rather unusual, but they know the business. Which means I haven't had any breakfast yet, so I had to settle for a couple of Scotch eggs from Tesco's, and I can highly recommend them. Absolutely beautiful. But I can get myself a sort of a brunch breakfast when I get to Penarth, which I estimate will be probably an hour and a half away. And it's an absolutely beautiful morning again. I'm wearing my sunglasses because I'm facing directly into the sun, as you can probably tell. And I'm just wondering when this wonderful spell of weather is going to come to an end, and I hope not. I know it's forecast for the next few days, and I'm taking advantage of that. I'm getting as many miles as I can in. I think I overestimated yesterday how far it would have been to walk to Cardiff, and it's a longer walk than I thought actually into Cardiff, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to get there today. Being a Saturday, I'm going to be walking across probably all the marinas and staying away from the town centre, but I will the city centre, but I will eventually have to go into the city centre to catch the train back again to the Cardiff International Airport. My plans for tomorrow is I'm going to drive into Cardiff with the camper van. There is a campsite that's actually run by Cardiff Council, so I'm told, and I'm going to explore that later on today, or if not tomorrow morning, and see if I can get on to that. Things are going great. I did have kind of 2 half days off because of the editing situation. Both the recent edits I've done have taken 5 and 6 hours. It's been a lengthy job, but fortunately the internet on the campsite is absolutely first class. Normally it takes about probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half to load on one of these films onto YouTube, where it only takes 35 minutes at this campsite, so it's a bit of a bonus, gives me a little bit more free time. Slept extremely well last night. It's a very nice quiet campsite, and nice shower this morning. It really does make a difference being on a site rather than actually rough camping, as I call it. So I've got a big day in front of me. I want to get as many miles as I can in. I can walk until it's dark because I can simply get the train back to Russ again, which is where I'm staying. So here we go. Well, this is Howard and Karen, and I've just bumped into them, and we were just talking about it's even a nice walk next to the sewage works, which it is. And I find this stretch a little bit mundane and industrial, but I think you'll find it a lot better when you get past Cardiff. So you've started from Chepstow, and you're doing the walk, the sort of round Wales walk in bits and pieces.
Yeah, we're just doing little day walks.
Yes.
Living in Chepstow, we can drive out this way, park the car, do a bit of a walk, and then go home again.
Yes.
But once we get past Cardiff, we're probably going to have to think about staying away, do some camping, and
yes,
so we can do some longer sections.
Yes. Well, I mean, the big advantage of this, I suppose, is the further west you get, the more scenic it gets. You know, like I was very surprised with the Gower Peninsula, that the south side is lovely. Have you been there yet?
Yeah, we used to go to the Gower camping with the kids and things.
Oh,
so
right.
yeah, so we'll know that area when we get there.
Yeah, because it was lovely. I mean, again, the north side was a little bit, you know, it was the river really, rather than, you know, the Bristol Channel. But how long have you been doing all these kind of walks then? Have you always been into this? You've always been walkers?
Well, we've always enjoyed walking.
Yes.
But we've probably just been doing this bit along the coastal path for the last year.
Yes.
We haven't got very far, but
right.
Yeah, we've always enjoyed walking when we can. It's just finding the time, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So. And of course, from Chepstow, you could go north to Chester, couldn't you?
We could do.
Dyke. That's an interesting walk, I'm told.
Ultimately, that's what I would like to do. Do the coastal path and then come down Offers Dyke and do the full circumnavigation of Wales.
That's the full. Yeah. And I've said this on all of these films that are, you know, these are on every day on YouTube now. The Welsh people, I'll be very sad to walk over that bridge back into England. The only benefit that I'm going to get is they'll be able to use my bus pass again. But everybody's been fabulous, and I've made a lot of new friends and found some really nice places. And you know, I'm going to be sorry to say goodbye to Wales. It's been great.
Yeah,
it's been lovely.
Yeah, well, we'll look you up on YouTube this evening, and
thank you.
I'll look at your adventures. Really glad you're enjoying Wales.
Lovely. Well, thank you. It's very nice to meet you, and the best of luck on your walks.
Okay. And to you.
Bye bye now. Bye
bye.
Good afternoon. It's 2:30 on Sunday the 21st of October, and I was walking past a Tesco Extra, so I thought I'd drop in for a cup of tea and something to eat. Even though I had a breakfast this morning, I'm still feeling hungry and lacking energy. Really, I should have had the day off actually, but I've pushed myself again, maybe just a touch too hard. It wasn't that bad a day yesterday, but this morning I woke up at about 5:30, having gone to bed at about 9 o'clock, so I had a good sleep, but my legs felt a little bit tired. My eyes feel a little bit tired as well. And oh, there's my food just arrived. Excuse me. Thank you very much.
Dish with the mat's really hot.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. And so I'm just stopping to have a macaroni cheese with chips, which should give me quite a lot more calories and a bit more energy to walk. I still reckon I've got about 8 to 9 miles to walk now to reach Newport. I left the campsite this morning around about 9 o'clock, drove over to Newport. It took me about an hour to find somewhere to park. In the town centre it was absolutely impossible, and they don't like camper vans or high vehicles. Every car park has a bar around about 6 feet high. So I've parked right actually on the coastal path at the south side, right next to the transporter bridge, which you'll be able to see from quite a distance away. And I'll be using that in the morning. It's closed on a Sunday, but I'll be using it in the morning to go across to do the last leg to I'm not sure that it's going to be Chepstow or more than likely Chepstow, and that will be the end of my walk around Wales. 870 miles in total. I haven't calculated the figures yet in terms of how many miles I've done, or even when I started the walk at Connors Quay when I'd finished walking on the Wirral. But I'll finalise all that for when I actually cross the bridge and give some stats and figures and days taken and all those kind of things. Not that it's a race, but it's interesting to know. So I'm just going to have this macaroni cheese with chips, and hopefully that will overfill my tank with fuel and I'll be off like a robber's dog. Well, it's 4:45 now, and I can't really see much in front of me to identify as being the place I'm heading for, apart from I noticed this morning when I was in Newport that it's a very hilly place, which rather surprised me actually. I've been to Newport before, but it's not the kind of thing I would remember. I mean, some very steep hills in Newport, and I can see some kind of like industrial floodlight. It's almost like the kind of thing you get at football matches, football grounds, but these are quite a lot taller than that. So there's a tall chimney which could be from some kind of plant, but I've got a feeling that I'm not too far away now. I've got to say this has been a boring walk. It's just knocking the miles up, to be honest with you. I haven't really had a great deal of interest in sort of making any video of it. I can't make a silk purse out of a pig's ear, and every piece of video would look exactly the same anyway. The tides are starting to come in now, which would be the only difference to the earlier shots. But I'm really buoyed up about the fact that I've done really well in getting this far this quickly from Swansea, and which is only last Monday, so it's only taken me, it'll be 1 week tomorrow that I'll be reaching the Severn Bridge at Caldicot. That depends on whether I decide to take a break, because I've walked every single day, and so I might be ready for a rest tomorrow, and I'm going to go over the Severn Bridge. I'm going to walk over the Severn Bridge from Caldicot. You can't walk over the new one, but you can walk over the old one. There is actually a pedestrian and cycle path that runs over. How I'm going to sort the logistics of that out, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'll come up with something. So as I say, it's going to be either that tomorrow, or I'm going to have a day off, because I'm going over to meet some friends that I met on the Pembroke Coastal Path, Pete and Les, who live in Wells in Somerset, which is near Glastonbury, and I'm going over there to see them on Thursday. So that means I'm going to have probably a day to spare, which would be quite good. I've got quite a lot of computer updating to do, and tidy the van, and lots of things that I can do, which is not going to involve walking, which is important to me. I've got some shopping to do. I want to go and buy some new clothes. I want a proper day off in nice weather. So I'll finish soon. There's a bit more to go yet. There's probably about another 4 or 5 miles, but as I say, there's nothing really of interest to video, and I'm sorry about that. I'm in the Stonehouse waiting for a taxi, and I met these three lovely ladies. Very, very nice people, and it's been a pleasure meeting you. And,
Well done.
thank you very much.
Good luck anyway. Welsh ladies.
Welsh ladies.
Yeah.
I've said this so many times on this film, I'm so impressed with Welsh people. I love you all. Seriously, it's lovely. Thank you very much.
Right. Good luck.
Nice
Good
to see
luck.
you. Thank you.